Stephen's academics honors include being named Academic All-District. After high school, Stephen plans to attend UT Tyler for a degree in Business Administration. Stephen would like to give thanks. Thank you to my parents for always pressing me and staying on my back about doing better. Without them, I would not be here or the person that I am today. Senior, number 32, Stephen McGuire.
And welcome, folks, this evening, Tuesday, District 13 3A matchup. Really, this is a big-time district implications, not so much playoff. There are little playoff implications in, but Mineola wins. It forces a decisive Game 3 Friday, already set for 7 p.m. in Sulphur Springs, as TJ Moore gets an early shot, and Vandover had the rebound, but it was stolen away from the Quitman Bulldogs, and Quitman is on fire as of late. They have just recently solidified a playoff berth for the first time in 7 years, so Quitman Bulldogs are showing some fight here. What they need to do is get over the mental block for Mineola. Zay Lipscomb's coming away with a steal, feeds it to Moreland. Goes up and double clutches it, but Stephen O'Guay, the lone senior on senior night, with the trash basket, rebound, and putback there. And Mineola early on putting the full court man pressure, and now here comes the trap. And the ball stolen from Zay, the freshman. And he's just going to go up and lay it off the glass for 2 points. Mineola up 4-0 quick. Nice little crossover. And the floater in the lane from 23. I don't have that pulled up on Max Preps, but Hunter Vandover from the 3 line, just a little hard. And Quitman's going to come down and try to push the issue here. A deep 3 off the glass to take the lead, 5-4. Again, 23 for the Quitman Bulldogs. They're going to try to force it down. Steven kicks it out to TJ. Just kind of reset. But yeah, so I was early on talking to a couple of these Quitman fans, and apparently Mount Vernon and Winsboro play this evening, and whoever wins that, if Quitman loses tonight, they're going to have a tie in the 3rd and 4th place spot. So they're talking about probably just kind of flipping for that, getting these guys some rest. Oh, TJ Moreland almost blocked it, but it's going to get called for the hack here. So yeah, you kind of, if Quitman loses here, that obviously Mineola wins, and we go Friday to play at 7 in Sulphur Springs. And the reason that game was being played last year, Mount Pleasant Chapel Hill just decided to take the 2nd place seed, trying to avoid Atlanta. And that 6'8" senior they had, Mineola ended up meeting them in the 3rd round and getting beat. But you've got another giant facing you in Tatum this year, and that game will be played with a possible whoever gets the 1st place district championship kind of will avoid Tatum in the 2nd round. So that's why that game's already been scheduled. Set Sulphur Springs, 7 p.m. Friday, but first, you got to win on senior night here at the Jacket's Nest. Nice strong hands from TJ Moreland to keep possession. Goes up and just shoots it a little long. And Stevens going to get called with the foul there, just trying a little hustle foul. As Connor Gibson and Braden Alley check in the game. Hunter Vandover, Stephen O'Guay out. Saying he stepped on the line. And that Quitman coach was right there, just blew his mind that play was called, that out of bounds was called. And what you really like to see here is Zay Lipscomb not foul out this game, but also control the ball, as he's had a few errant turnovers as he shoots one from deep and it hits the bottom of the net. So good start for Zay Lipscomb, the freshman here, with 5 points. Oh, gave up the sideline there and broke the trap. And I'm not quite sure what brother that is, but one of the brothers hits the three, pumps his head with the three fingers. And Dawson Pendergrass, it looked tougher than what it was. He had an easy lay in there and just left it a little short. Connor Gibson steps up with the trap, falls on his feet. There's going to be a timeout called from Quitman coach. And while this timeout happens, huge shout out to the Mineola Lady Jackets basketball team last night. I wasn't able to make it due to some prior circumstances that were already planned. And Jason Goodson, thank you to him for stepping in and taking over that game. He did an excellent job last night. But these girls coming out, you know, we've talked all year about these Lady Jackets just being in probably one of the toughest districts in the state of Texas as far as girls basketball go. And you got an early look at that in these UIL playoffs as 3 of the 4 of the district moves on to the second round. Winsboro, let's see, who was it? Chapel Hill got beat by DeKalb, but Winsboro, Mount Vernon, and Mineola all moved on. So Mineola taking down a number 1 district champion in the Atlanta Lady Jackrabbits. So kudos to them. I know Ava Johnson and Capri Riley are super excited after missing the playoffs. And Dawson Pendergrass jumps in there and ties that ball up. But Capri Riley, Ava Johnson, super excited for them. Missing the playoffs junior year, come back and make a splash their senior year and move on. Something you don't see often, but is a completely legal play. As you saw Dawson Pendergrass go for the steal, didn't get it, and use the referee to kind of slow himself down and reset. The referee is considered in play, and as long as it's not an aggressive move towards him, that is completely legal. And you just see a brother-to-brother connection here as you're getting to see, I can't even tell you his name. I know him as Kiki, but Zay Lipscomb's older brother, who's a sophomore, right here on the wing. There goes Braden Alley with a good dish by his cousin. So a lot of family ties here on the court as Connor Gibson's a lone survivor here that doesn't have a tie to a family blood somehow. And this is a sophomore right here you're seeing putting some great defensive pressure. And comes away with a rebound there. I think this dude's been hungry to play at the varsity level, as I've been watching him play at the JV level for about 3 weeks now, but he finally gets called up and hopes to provide some good quality depth and shoots a deep 3. Ooh, just a little long. From deep again. Hits the bottom of the net. That was a deep three-pointer, almost out here by the A and the C on Yellow Jackets. And Quitman leading 9-12 here. And this is, you know, we've been talking about this for the past the past week. But Quitman has come on hot here and really made some noise here in the district. And people were saying, oh, they're a little bit content because they've made the playoffs. As you see, just a good play by number 5 from Quitman, just forcing the issue and getting a foul called on Kiki here as Dawson Pendergrass goes out and TJ Moreland comes in. So now you've got a true 3-guard set with 2 posts, and one of these posts can really light you up from, actually both of them can light you up from out deep, as they're going to call a foul on Connor Gibson. And got to watch out. That's 4 fouls here from Mineola to Quitman's 0. And I've been talking to these gentlemen all week, just, you know, Mineola Quitman being so tight-knit. Connor Gibson gets 2 quick fouls there, but my whole thing with these Quitman Bulldogs, they got a lot of fight at them, as we saw the last time we played in Quitman. I call it a mental block, and it's just an edge that Mineola has mentally over them. If these Quitman Bulldogs can get past that mental block, whew, that is a straight free throw. Goes in, though, so it's good. But if Quitman can get past this mental block, man, watch out, because they've definitely got the talent and the hustle. As he makes both free throws there, and Quitman so far early on playing an excellent game. As a sophomore, that's something you get, and Stedman's talked about it. You got these two brothers in Zay Lipscomb and Kiki, that the speed they bring, the ball handling, the shooting that they bring, in addition with TJ Moreland, is, I mean, it's crazy, because there's not going to be a 5 out there in this district's going to match up with these guys. But what you lack, whenever you get the speed on here, you lack size because of just how tall Kiki is. Trying to force an issue, and Steven comes away with the steal. Kiki gets it up just a little long. The dude is normally a great shooter. Maybe got some nerves he's getting out. A great basketball player, but this is his first time up here at the varsity level. Oh, we need Braden Alley's got to block out there. There he does on the second attempt and gets the rebound. TJ Moreland open deep, holy cow, he got hacked hard. And there's some bumping going back, and TJ Moreland reaches up and gives him a little love tap. I think there was a timeout called here. There's some jaw jacking going on. I'm not sure exactly what just happened. I thought there was a timeout called from Mineola. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Regardless, the long shot from TJ resulted in a rebound and putback for Braden Alley. 15 seconds left here in the game. I'm sorry, the first quarter. 13-14, Mineola trails by 1. 5 seconds. 3, 2. Ooh. 23 puts up another shot he has all quarter. Wow. We talked about it being exciting, and it proved early on just what type of game we've got on our hands. Quitman would love nothing more than to knock Mineola out of a fourth year in a row district championship opportunity. And they're showing here early on just what kind of business they came over here to handle. I'm trying to get Chad on this mic, but he's leaving his headphone here. Got Russell Boker in the house, the head baseball coach, Cody Mize. Trying to get some few celebrity attendees here. Mitch Tuck. And looking across the way at the Quitman crowd, and I'm not looking from the far side at Mineola, but they have pretty much matched, if not bested, our attendance here at this gym as supposed to be a home game for Mineola, but the crowd is definitely leaning in the blue, red, and white favor. Thank you guys for joining us at the house. Creative Edge Media bringing you this district matchup. Senior night here for Mineola. As to start out the second quarter, Hunter Vandover feeds Stephen Ogueri. Gets a great post move. Draws a foul, and the referee's walking up to him. I'm not sure what he's talking about, but
Doug, that's just the first foul for Quitman this entire half. Mineola's with 5 fouls on the game, and then got 1 foul here for Quitman. So, man, whether controlled ball or maybe Quitman's got the little edge on the referees here in town, I don't know.
There's something going on, but that Quitman coach is working them. I think overall they're doing a really good job.
No, they're doing a great job, yeah.
There's going to be a travel here. Quitman's complaining they were pushed, but I guarantee you what just happened in that first quarter lit a fire under these white jerseys. TJ Moreland trying to get something started. He's 0 for here starting out. That's one thing Mineola really likes to get going and going early is TJ Moreland to really fill that net as he's a good shooter from Mineola as Quitman just continues to play almost spectacular basketball. And here's another shooter from Mineola and Hunter Vandover. Ooh, up and under. Didn't quite work for Dawson Pendergrass. There's a, there we go. We're going to call a foul on 10 over the back. It's actually considered a push because over the back is not technically a foul in the game of basketball. But yeah, that Quitman coach does a great job of working those sidelines and just kind of putting what he wants watched out for in those referees' ears. Two good district coaches here. And Dawson with a up and under.
Yeah, Doug, you mentioned both coaches here. Got to get a lot of respect for Coach Fields and for Coach Stebbins both. I mean, not only are they great coaches, I mean, they get everything out of their players. Their players will literally run through a brick wall for them, but they're just great men too, so it's good to have that in our district, both being local schools like that.
Yes, sir. I 100% agree. And most of these coaches, they get overlooked as TJ Moreland still trying to get it, but Stephen Ogueri holding down the paint. But a lot of these high school coaches get overlooked, man. They're not just coaching high school basketball players. They're trying to achieve these kids are growing up and becoming great guys, and just facing adversity and understanding how to handle it and battle through it. And you're looking at two of the best here in this district.
It's cool seeing that, Quitman's on a huge run right here. I mean, having beaten Chapel Hill and Winsboro and then, Mount Vernon last week, and just the reaction of the players towards Coach Fields, at the game. We weren't there. We just saw it kind of through social media.
Yeah.
But just to see everyone's reaction, it shows you just how much they love their coach, and that's awesome to see.
Ooh, good post move down there. Five seconds.
Like you say, TJ kind of slow start here, so Mineola's having to use some of their other players to kind of take up the slack. But, that's honestly good. I love to see that with Mineola. You got Stephen Aguirre. You got, tell me Zay's brother's name. What's his name?
I call him Kiki, man. I don't know his name. But
that's cool. Hey, if he's cool with us calling him that,
yeah,
we'll call him Kiki.
I'll find that out.
But man, having those guys take up that slack, is awesome to see, especially as both of these teams heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, and Mineola, you see, you talk about TJ Moreland, quite hadn't got going yet. But, man, they're starting to force the issue down low, get some fouls called. And Dawson Pendergrass, if it keeps this pace, he's liable to have 30 points this game. They're feeding him down low. He just got to get him to fall as he makes the front end of two. And you see the baseball players starting to filter in here. I'm sure just getting out of practice. I guess the girls' softball had a scrimmage going on. Dawson Pendergrass misses the back end of it. This is something here to this 5-2 effect as far as the fouls called. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Dawson Pendergrass not necessarily known for his handles, but
around
behind the back
back.
action there.
Oh, don't get called on the reach. Hey, if you look at this, if you were to pay attention, and you guys at home, as you see Jalen Harper begging for the crowd to stand up, but back this up at home if you're watching this on the media, and it was getting exciting, stuff was getting heated, everything was going crazy. And you could see that referee that was counting his 10 seconds. He started swinging that hand. But, man, 22-17 here, about midway through the second quarter. And Mineola looks to have switched the breaker because that's what they needed to come on, man.
Yeah, again, Mineola used to, relying heavily on T.J. Moreland for, like you said, that first quarter spark, but not having that, here kind of had a slow start. And again, you got a Quitman team who is hot right now, coming in here, on a, at least a 3-game win streak.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe, I'm not sure what they did before that Chapel Hill game. And so they nailed some big threes, in that first part.
They're going to call
Dawson for that.
Yeah. I guess they called a travel. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see the foul. Yeah. Trying to muscle up on Dawson. Oh, almost a 5-second call, and he throws it away. So Mineola's going to retain, get the ball down there on the baseline.
Yeah, since the ball didn't, touch anyone in bounds, so Mineola get the ball there under the basket.
And once again, feeding Dawson Pendergrass, and that's smart on this Mineola coaching staff as they understand that, we talked about Quitman really doesn't want to see Mineola on the football field, and they're showing why here because Quitman has 0 bodies on. That's going to hit the basket foundation. But Quitman doesn't have anybody that's going to match up with the size and the strength and just raw athleticism as Dawson Pendergrass.
Yeah, Quitman has a lot of basketball-shaped bodies, long, skinny guys or whatever. But, yeah, Dawson Pendergrass, though, who do you match up with Dawson Pendergrass? I'm not sure who you put on it because he's fast and athletic, can jump, and now he's learning some dribbling skills.
Yeah. And there goes Kiki with his first made varsity basket. And Ryan Stedman with a fist pump and a yell up into the air. As Quitman was leading, what were they leading? 3 or 4 in the first quarter. But Mineola has a 10-point lead here with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left.
Mineola outscoring Quitman here in the second quarter, 14-3. So 11 points here in the second quarter.
Wow. It was 14-13. That's right.
That's a big shot in the arm for this Mineola team to add Kiki to this team. We comment on that watching him play JV ball. And he was kind of man among boys on that JV team, and then for him to be able to join this varsity team, for defense, he's fast, he's quick, but then if he can shoot the 3 like that, that's a big time player to add here for Mineola heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, and that nobody has film on him too. That's a hidden gem. But you talk about him playing that JV level, dude. We walked in on Mount Vernon whenever they were playing Mount Vernon, and they literally boxed one and had one guy in his face the entire time. And at one point started putting 2 people on him.
Yeah, they had 2 guys chasing him the entire court just to keep him from trying to score.
Ooh, he almost took that
there
ball
he is.
away.
It's showing you the quickness there. Yeah, I would not want to have to dribble against that dude.
So with the step back and air ball, that's where you want to see the student section start wearing into him. Ooh, it's a great idea. He tried to feed that ball into Dawson right there.
Yeah, speaking of student sections, I kind of thought this would be a battle of student sections. Now, Mineola is a big, huge gym. It's hard to make noise in this gym.
Right.
But, man, I don't see Quitman student section here either. Maybe, like you say, they're all at practice or got a game. But, yeah, there's not a presence here as far as students and like a live game atmosphere like you heard, when Quitman was playing Mount Vernon. And and Winsboro.
Yeah, they were also right on top of us at Quitman.
Yeah. Quitman's a fun gym to play in.
Yeah, he stepped out.
Coach Fields had an interview with Camu after the game, and he talked about that. Called Quitman a cracker box. An old cracker. And boy, it is fun to play in a gym like that because you can just make so much noise.
Yeah, that sucker reverberates is what that does. Kind of see what they get going offensively here. TJ still trying to get something going. Dawson Pendergrass fighting for the rebound. Saves the possession. Stephen O'Guerre is going to come in and give Dawson Pendergrass a break. He goes out almost leading the game with 9 points, but he's leading the Yellow Jackets with 9 as Quitman's number 23 has equaled that. And something I've talked to Stedman about, he worried about Kiki. How would he fit in with just the continuity and the synergy that Mineola's built? But it seems to me, every time they call a timeout, they've got Coach Heineman over there just kind of coaching them up, talking to them, But it seems to me like the dude's fitting in because he gives you hard hustle and he's fast. So that's another wrinkle Coach Stedman, I know, loves to have, especially defensively.
Yeah, it almost looks like he's been on varsity all year. I worried a little bit while ago how he'd fit into the offense, and gosh, he's running point for us right now. And does he know the offense? Is he able to run it? And like I say, it looks like he's been playing for us all season long.
Yeah, I know his brother Zay is happy about getting a little bit of a break.
Yeah, like so we talked about at the beginning of the season, all that pressure that TJ had on his shoulders, being the only guy, Zay not getting much playing time, being a freshman, and just being able to take that pressure off of TJ has helped TJ, and helped our team. And now like you say, for Zay to be able to relieve some of that pressure as well, that's, like you say, it's good to have those added players on the court.
Yeah, there's a travel called there. No, I just got some family ties here. 23, who's leading Quitman Bulldogs in scoring, is actually Dawson Pendergrass's cousin. That is Levi Thompson is who that is. Now that I got his first name, I know exactly who it is.
Dawson Pendergrass has a lot of athletic cousins.
Yeah.
I've learned through the years at Alba Golden and now Quitman and Mineola. Dawson has a lot of athletic family.
And I'm curious, now that we talk about him being kin to Dawson, if he's kin to Braden Alley somehow, because Dawson and Braden are cousins. That's why I went outside of Wood County to marry, man. Give a shout out to Stephanie Sadler for that little family lineage lesson that we got. There was a foul called. Mineola.
Yeah, an offensive foul called off the ball, though, it seemed to be.
Yeah, it was. I'm not sure who they called it on, though. But Quitman's going to get the possession back. Have cut in the lead by 2, so now they're only down 8. But Mineola's defense has stepped up.
Just right there, just all over the court, in your face, ready to steal the ball. Yeah, Quitman hadn't quite found an answer for it here in the second quarter.
Kick it up top. Yep, he traveled. TJ and Zay were both wide open up top with their hands up. But he's down there, just Hunter Vandover to his defense. He was just surrounded.
We've talked about this before, but Levi too. He was in my wife's class in Alba Golden. If Alba Golden had held on, we got that was another added starter that we talked about in the Quitman game. Alba Golden would have Jack and Ford, Levi, Dawson, Connor Gibson.
Wow.
That would be the starting lineup for the Alba Golden Panthers right now in a 2A district. Be interesting to see how that would
unfold. Be insane. They just kind of giving it to Dawson and getting a foul forced. Oh, TJ knocks it away. Dawson almost took his cousin's stuff and beat it off the backboard. Look at him. He's down there smiling, thinking about it. Can you imagine sitting around at that family reunion?
Oh, yeah.
Just forced the issue there. Uh-oh. That Quitman coach just got a tech, too. Coach Fields just got a tech. He's saying that's his call. He's got a tech, so he's going to have to watch out the rest of the game. But you know what? To his defense, dude, he's got me with chills. I would love to have a coach with that fire. Stedman has the same fire, but golly.
No, Coach Fields, I've wondered that all season long. He doesn't get more texts. Some of the videos I've seen, back in Quitman. But I love to see his, like you say, his fire and passion for his boys.
Yeah, I love it too, man. Kudos to that coach. Really going to battle for it. And that's something, normally you see these teams intermingled here at half court on something like this, but it looked like Moses took the Red Sea and parted it whenever you put Mineola and Quitman up here. So now Dawson got his shooting foul.
That was Dawson's shooting fouls. Now TJ will shoot for the technical fouls.
And, this is something, and just whenever we talk about a shooter, TJ not getting started.
Yeah.
And still, normally this is where you really want to start filling that net and understanding it. Finally feels it, and maybe it's something like that gets the young guy started, The lead is back to 10.
And after a technical foul, Mineola gets the ball back. So after shooting 4 free throws, Mineola now gets the ball back here with 51 seconds left in the second quarter.
Yeah, and you kind of expect them to try to hold it for this last shot, as now you're under 35 seconds. Stedman's begging for them to take it out, but Dawson's like, nope, watch this. He's on a mission, man.
Yeah, he is. Dawson is having a game.
Oh. TJ he's just frustrated within himself right there.
Yeah.
You can see normally this dude's already got at least 6 or 8 points, but you don't want to see it this late in the year, but at the same time, man, these guys around him, it does take a team, and they're picking up the slack.
There you go. That was a good stroke. We hadn't seen, that good stroke Dawson or that TJ has, but that was a whole lot better shot right there.
Yeah.
So like you say, maybe he can warm himself up here at the free throw line. Yeah, we've seen Coach, change this lineup up quite a bit this season. If you really think about it, more so than we've ever seen Stedman do in the past. And you know what he's looking for. That dynamic, the players that can play well together. And honestly, man, to see Dawson play like he has here and see these newcomers come along, I kind of like this lineup we're seeing here tonight.
Oh, ooh. That's going to be a moving screen right here on 24, I would think. Yep. They're going to call a moving screen on 24. He stepped out in Kiki's way and just kind of forced the issue. So turnover on a foul called. It's going to be Mineola's ball with 4.2 seconds left.
Man, you were talking about Mineola's girls game last night. In the first half, Atlanta had 16 fouls, had 16 team fouls in the first half.
They're going to give it to the leading scorer of the game, who's going to pull up from 3. Oh, the guy can't miss in the first half. That might be his first three-pointer in the past 2 years.
Well, remember, he's got that famous three-pointer from chunking it.
Oh, yeah,
that would
right.
made the news even.
Yeah.
He chunked that sucker from
About
three-quarters over the
yeah.
court and made it. But yeah, I believe those are the only 2 three-pointers for Dawson his entire career.
And you might be able to tell from that reaction right there.
Yeah,
So.
and you can tell from his shot. Dawson's not a pure three-point shooter.
No, but the dude leads the game with 15 points, leads both teams. 15 points here in the first half. Mineola leading your Quitman Bulldogs 36-19. Again, this had to happen. This win has to happen in order for Mineola's 4-time district championships to even be alive and be a possibility.
Yeah, so this is a huge game for Mineola, and honestly, it's a huge, moral game for Quitman. I don't believe. I guess if Quitman wins this game, they solidify their place. In third place, huh?
So
is Winsboro and Mount Vernon playing tonight?
So here's what before you had this headset on, I was talking to some guys earlier outside in the foyer. If Quitman loses, it forces a third and fourth place playoff.
Okay.
And they're thinking it's just going to go to flip, go what you go. But if Quitman does win, yes, that solidifies the third place seed, and then whoever wins between Winsboro and Mount Vernon tonight will get fourth.
Yeah.
And then what that does is it solidifies the entire district, because now Mineola doesn't have to play Friday because they lost, you know what I mean? So it would literally, if Mineola wins here, it would go first to 1, 2, 3, 4 laid out in front of, or if Quitman wins, I'm sorry.
I was looking at the schedule and the standings earlier in the season, earlier in this week as we're preparing for this game, and for Quitman, if they would have not lost those games to Mount Vernon and to Winsboro the first time around, they'd be jumping. They'd be going for a first and second place spot here tonight.
Yep. And they're, you saw her a couple weeks ago nominated. Get recognized for being a senior basketball player. Now you see Ava Johnson getting recognized as a senior cheerleader. And I'm going to jump off of here, try to leave this live. Hopefully you can hear it at the house and let them. I think they're going to do the girls basketball.
Looks like they're honoring the cheerleaders, honoring all the cheerleaders for the year. So yeah, we'll go ahead and 36-19. We'll be back with you for the second half of this game in about 8 minutes. So we'll join you in just a little bit.
Capri has been on the varsity basketball team for 2 years. Her basketball honors include being honorable mention as well as academic all-district. Capri's extracurricular activities include being on the cross-country team, track team, and competitive dance. Capri's academic honors include being cross-country academic all-district and all-state, and basketball academic all-state. Capri would like to say thank you to her family. Thank you to my parents for being 2 of my biggest supporters since I started playing in the first grade. Thank you to my sisters Keely and Cosby for always cheering me on from the stands and telling me you played so good even if I didn't. Thank you to my grandparents for coming to watch me from little dribblers to now. I'm so thankful to have had such a supportive family. I love y'all so much. Senior number 55, Capri Riley. Our last seniors are number 12, Aaliyah Freeman, and our manager, Jalea Freeman. Aaliyah could not make it due to an illness, but Jalea is being escorted by the rest of her Lady Jacket teammates. They have both been members of the varsity basketball team for 1 year. Their extracurricular activities include for Jalea being a member of the track and field team in the shot and the disc, for Aaliyah being on track and field and high jump, the 4x4, and hurdles. After high school, both Aaliyah and Jalea are planning to attend TJC to pursue a career as veterinarians. They would like to say thank you to their family for coming to support us and taking care of us all these years. Seniors number 12, Aaliyah Freeman, and our manager, Jalea Freeman. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give our seniors one more big round of applause? As well as your 2022 by-district champion basketball team.
Well, we're live back here for the second half of this game between the Quitman Bulldogs and the Mineola Yellow Jackets. 36-19. Mineola leads here in the third quarter. Mineola kind of came on with a barrage of points there in the end of the second half. Kind of see what adjustments Quitman makes here coming out of the locker room.
Yes, they come out with possession, and Mineola gets the defense started here early.
Just for momentum, it's important that Quitman comes out here, and scores some points and knocks this thing down, especially with Dawson playing as well as he has, and then the addition of Geeky to our team. You don't want Mineola to get this lead any bigger, or it might get out of hand pretty quick.
Yeah, it looked like TJ's legs were taken out from up underneath him there, but he finally got his cousin's ball. Dawson with a block on Levi Thompson. But, you can tell they've grown up together because he's not scared to go at him. And now he's going to try Stevens' turn. Hunter Vandover steps into it, leaves it short. And number 2, normally he's pretty on fire, so the rims are not being nice here early.
Yeah, Ford's a very talented shooter behind the arc, and we hadn't really seen him come on fire yet. And Quitman has quite a few offensive weapons here, they can lean on. Just got to get them started here in the second half if they're going to stay in this game.
Right. And here's one of Mineola. Really need him to get going. He leaves it short again. Going to call a foul on Dawson. That's going to be his first of the game, so no worries in that department. 1 foul, 15 points. You'll take it all night. See the referee talking to the inbounder. Ava Johnson was giving that ref a hard time for calling that foul. Little crossover. Crossover breaks open, and people had to step up, and it forced an open post down there. Anytime you, as a guard, can break that first line of defense, it's going to cause somebody else to have to step up and cause that post to break open. Zay drew him in. Yet, dude, neither TJ nor Hunter Vandover have just, they're not shooting like normally here this evening.
Yeah, Hunter had a great game, and Winona quite a few three-pointers, but here tonight, like you say, the ball just seems to be flat off the rim. Just hitting that front edge of the rim and sliding off. Not their typical shooting stroke.
And he tries it again and leaves it short. Vandover tries the reverse. Steven fighting for it. Ball still loose.
Dawson Pendergrass comes out of that pile with the ball.
That dude is playing lights out here this evening. It looked like he might have got slapped or something. He was grabbing and checking his chin, make sure it wasn't bleeding. There's going to be a foul, another foul on Dawson as he went and tried to follow his shot. Nope, they called that foul on Steven. So he's sitting at 3. And you're going to get to see a different Quitman team only due to the fact that their coach has not come off the bench at all this half. He gets animated, but he can't stand up.
Yeah, Coach Field collecting a technical foul in the first quarter or first half.
Yeah.
Unable to quite be the animated coach he typically is, just to avoid that second technical foul. Levi Thompson fouled here at the line for 2 for Quitman.
Yeah, I think that foul was called on TJ there as he's got 2 fouls. Vandover and Ogueri head out. Kiki and Allie in. And he sinks that one. Backside. Really, good save there by Moreland. Braden Alley had that cut into the basket and realized that he was actually passing it to Kiki, so he pulled his hands back and let it go, but he had an easy 2 points there if he'd have just caught it. Swing it, there you go. Mineola's showing some great ball movement. Got a little entry. Immediately get it down to Dawson, and he got triple teamed there. Ended up getting a foul called against him. And they're going with a little size here, trying to get that advantage. 3 guys on the guy, and they still can't get a rebound. As Zay comes out there and assumes the point guard position, gets everything set up. Dawson down there trying to get something going, decides to give a little jump shot, but short, and Quitman answers with a 3. And Stedman calls a timeout here. Mineola still leading by 11.
You know, this right here would be big if Quitman had that student section here. I'm not kidding you, a little momentum shift here. You know, it would be a lot bigger, which Quitman, again, outnumbering the Mineola fans, I feel like, in the stands. But both sides quiet, though. I mean, no noise here in the stadium at all.
Yeah, if you hear some noise, it's just an immediate roar, and then they're back quiet. As the cheerleaders, watch out, Chad. Don't get pelted with this thing.
I got hit last night. Last night they nailed my camera with the flying T-shirts.
They got the cannon out, and they're launching it across the gym.
Oh! Almost took a kid's head off.
Yeah. People aren't used to that in basketball here in Mineola. They better start paying attention.
Maybe that's how you get people to pay attention to the game. You ain't watching, ain't cheering, hit them upside the head with a T-shirt. So after that 3 by 4 Tannenbaum, Mineola comes out of the timeout here. Again, kind of got a little momentum shift here into Quitman's favor. You know, 11-point game now. Quitman has this thing in reach.
Yeah, and that's why Stedman called that timeout as soon as that happened, just to kind of shut down whatever momentum they were trying to build. Get it up the court. Zay's got him beat, dishes out to Vandover. Just kind of keeping possession here. Vandover has not had a good game at all this evening.
Yeah, just seemed uneasy all game long. And when he's dribbled, second time called for a travel there. And then just not the same shooting stroke that we've seen so far this season.
And here comes the trap. Ooh, might have got away with the carry. Levi takes it to him. His other cousin tried to send that back, but just squeaked it over his fingertips. He didn't have control of the basketball. That's crazy. They called a travel there on TJ as the ball was poked away, and he bobbled it and somehow got it out to, I guess, Vandover, who retrieved that. Oh, my goodness. Stephen was there for a good 2 or 3 seconds. I think it's because he started leaning and falling before. That's going to be his 4th foul. As Dawson Pendergrass got about a 3-second break. Has to come right back in for the only senior on the team in Stephen Ogueri. And Zay's coming in for his brother Kiki. I guess he made that. I guess he made the shot. And there was some confusion on if he got 2 shots or 1, but officials get it right. I guess, heck, I don't know. TJ again trying to get something going. He's real close to finding it. He was short all the first half, and now he was just a little bit deep. Hunter Vandover putting some great defense there. And Alley comes away with a rebound. TJ again trying to get it going and just can't. Braden Alley fights it away from Quitman and saves a possession. And there's Zay Lipscomb after Moreland. Another miss from Moreland. We haven't seen this in 3 years that I can recall. But you know, one thing about that, man, whenever you struggle offensively, you just got to step up your defensive game and just continue. They're going to call a foul there on 10 with Quitman. But back to what I was saying, if you're struggling offensively, you just got to keep fighting, keep showing heart, a drive, a determination for a team, and step up that on that defensive side of the basketball. Braden Alley down there working. Dawson Pendergrass gets it at the. Oh. Dawson Pendergrass missed it. Quitman rebounded, and he almost forced a turnover there, but Quitman keeps possession and inbounds the basketball here. Under a minute left here in the 3rd quarter. Mineola's lead has been cut to 8. It's shaping up to be a big time as a 3 is launched and splashed. Now that it's a 2-possession game here, so it is coming up on 30 seconds, but man, it is shaping up to be what I'm going to call a jacket fight going into the 4th quarter. There's going to be a foul and one on Dawson. It's going to bring him to 17 total on the game. And just really been a game changer down there in the paint all for these 3 quarters.
But here in the 3rd quarter, Quitman's had an answer for Dawson. That's kind of the first points you've seen from Dawson here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That is, he scored 15 in the first half and only 2 here in the 3rd with it possibility for 3 right here. Little deep. Quitman, they're steadily, dude. They've filled that thing in over there, and they're starting to show some life here late. An errant shot forced by Dawson Pendergrass against his cousin Levi. Braden Alley gets it and splashes a three-pointer too as the buzzer goes off. Showed a little, throws his hands up and shows them that was 3, gentlemen. And goes to the bench.
And that's a big shot to end the quarter, now to push that lead out to 10, whereas earlier Quitman had it down as low as 6, to end the quarter, now up by 10 with that, big shot to carry the momentum into the fourth quarter. That's a big play there for Mineola.
While you were talking, I was watching this T-shirt cannon, and it exactly what you were talking about. Oh! Sorry if that got loud. They shot a laser beam. Watch out. But there was a lady behind. She was sitting there looking at her phone, looking down, and everybody in front of her was stood up. It went right in between their shoulders and hit her right in the stomach. That might have been loud on the mic, but that one, dude, there was a lady walking down the stairs, obviously looking at her feet, and it went right by her shoulder and almost hit Darlene Gilbreth in the mouth.
Yeah, last night they were just throwing them at Hallsville.
They decided to let the big dog eat tonight. They're getting warmed up for the playoffs, I guess. That's what it is. Man, how's that going to work out as the Lady Jackets are riding into, still going into the playoff setting, going deeper and deeper. We're going to have the boys go cheer for the girls and the girls come cheer for the boys, hopefully. Offset some playing days.
Yeah, the boys had a great cheering section at the girls' game last night. It was cool to see the entire basketball team, boys basketball team was there.
Stepped out of bounds. Yep.
Was there in Hallsville at that game. The girls play on Thursday, so it really is kind of alternating games. Girls play Thursday night in Hallsville against Jefferson. Then, like I say, hopefully after a win here tonight, Friday, the boys will play on Friday.
Yeah, I was telling somebody they've either got to play Thursday or Saturday just for a Mineola perspective because the boys are playing Friday for a district championship. Zay did a great job of retaining possession and finger rolls it in.
Yeah, holding on to that ball and keeping your composure to put that ball in the basket. That just shows Zay, who is a freshman, the athleticism there.
He took it from him. And Zay's got 9 points on the game as TJ comes over there, gets it, and gives it back to him.
And that right there is a dangerous defensive duo. Zay and Kiki. Like I say, I feel for anyone trying to bring the ball down against those two defenders.
I'm telling you, if you were watching right there, Zay poked it away and just stood there thinking his brother was going to go snag it, but they were both kind of. Kiki got caught one that flashed to the basket, and Zay was stepping back thinking, hey, my job's done. Good pass to the top. Back down. You see a little low, high, low action there in the post as Connor Gibson and Dawson Pendergrass are just playing keep away. Turns into an and one opportunity as Dawson. I'll hold off till we see the result of this free throw. And Tasha Sneed is in the building. Dawson, for the time being, set at 19 points on the game. I guarantee you, Quitman's thinking, where the heck was this guy at the first time we played him? That's a back court. They forced a jump ball, but the Quitman player had possession of it with his foot on the half court line. Should have been back court, but they call a jump ball. Quitman's going to retain possession here. 6 minutes, 32 seconds left. Mineola's possession arrow goes towards Mineola. 4-4 on the fouls. Mineola up 14.
Yeah, Quitman not knowing to prepare for Kiki here in his defense out front. And then also, Dawson's coming to this game kind of taking it personal here. Just playing above himself more than we've seen him play all season. That was a light whistle. I just barely heard.
Yeah, that's gonna be 3 fouls on TJ. They call that foul on TJ with a push.
So Levi to the line for 2 free throws here.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The way Dawson's playing, it is definitely personal in his eyes. And, you know, his dad was kind of telling us the backstory of why it's probably so personal. And you kind of hit it on the head, but I think there's 4 guys on Quitman's team that grew up with Dawson at Alba Golden.
But really, all these kids grew up together.
Right.
I mean, they've all been playing each other in Little Dribblers for years. And Pee Wee football, and, you know, so all these guys have known each other for quite some time. And that's what's fun when you play a team just up the road. You know, there's a lot of history, and so, you know, a lot of passion in the game.
Yeah, that's one thing. Ooh, not a good pass there from TJ. Forces a Mineola. Ooh, and Dawson, they just call it goaltending, which it was close there. Levi got it, literally laid it right off the backboard, but Pendergrass goes up and beats it. So he is going to get the 2 points. Really no harm caused there as far as whenever you're looking at foul trouble. So, ooh. And then Kiki just hands it right back to Levi. Levi goes left-handed and gets another 2 points. So 4 points off of 2 quick turnovers here.
Yeah, Mineola kind of getting careless with the ball, you know, getting the lead there. And then now chunking the ball away a couple times. Quitman's right back in this game.
Yeah, now the lead's at 9. But, you know, you were talking about these guys growing up facing each other, and that's something that I really – and we're – driving with that Flag Football Association is school pride, you know. The first year, we kind of had different color uniforms. Some were gray, orange, blue, whatever. You know, you could have one school with four teams and all 4 uniforms be different. But now we've got it to where they're reversible in case you play the same team. It, you know, you could just flip it white or orange. And that's something I'm really waiting to see whenever that flag football really starts just paying off in these little towns like this. I mean, you might see the shift. You know, you see a lot of running and rushing attacks. I mean, Dawson, I think, had 494 rushing attempts in the fall, not including what he's caught or, or what he ran as a quarterback. Oh, yep. Connor Gibson just steps out of bounds.
So out of that timeout, Quitman timeout, Mineola throws the ball again away. You know, so now a 9-point game here with 5:30. A lot of time left here in the fourth quarter. And Quitman known for their, you know, kind of final minute theatrics.
Yeah, they're trying to get a. Connor Gibson ran over Zay. And I'm not sure what's hurt with him. Holy cow. I'm sorry, I got quiet over here. I'm reading the family tree. Long story short, whenever we talk about these cousins, and Mr. Pendergrass William was trying to tell us at halftime, but I'm going to make it easy for you because we were still confused. Karen, Gary, or Don, and Don are all siblings, so that's how they're that's how they're related. As Zay jumps up, I'm not quite sure what the deal was there, but
so Zay walks to the sidelines under his own power. It'll be Mineola ball under the basket. 5:16 remaining in this close game between Mineola Yellow Jackets and the Quitman Bulldogs. You know, Quitman would love nothing more than to, you know, spoil a district championship for these Yellow Jackets. So, you know, a lot on the line here for both teams.
No. Yeah. The referee got caught off guard. It bounced off the referee and went out of bounds, and he pointed to Quitman. But it was very apparent that Quitman tipped it, so the other referee stepped in. But yeah, and that's been the talk all week, really. After last Friday, is you really not a good pass there. A good idea, but not a good pass on the idea from Pendergrass to Ogueri. But after Friday, once we go to Chapel Hill and ended up falling just a little bit short there. It was, okay, now we've got to get past Quitman, and they are lights out right now. And they're showing it here right now why they are playoff contention worthy. And the coach finally is able to get out of his seat and lights into his player's butt. And, you know, this is how you know, number one, you're a good coach, but also you're a good player, because that coach was in his butt and he was saying, yes, sir, you know. So he was getting pushed right there pretty hard. Into Vandover, swing it to Alley. Moreland goes and gets it. 4:20 left here in the game. Oh. They called Braden Alley for a travel. He got caught in between steps, and by the time he retained possession, it was just a little bit too much. Great idea on him flashing to the basket, and it led to an easy 2 points. Just got caught off guard right before. Pendergrass finally comes away with it. That dude may end up with 20-20. There it comes the points and rebounds. Woo. Braden Alley down there fighting. Going to be a foul called, so he's going to go to the line for two. Man, these posts down here, and Braden, he's in a position as a guard right now, but he is down there working that lane on rebounding. And it's showing just Mineola's size and really athleticism, just really controlling once you get down there in that paint. Just a little bit hard. He's got a good touch from the line, just didn't show it there.
Yeah, typically we have a very good free throw shooting team, but tonight has not shown that to be true. TJ missing all those free throws. Dawson's missed quite a few, and now Braden Alley missing the front end of this 2 free throws here.
Look at that stat line up here. That's something you don't see ever. TJ and Steven are both, their points for the game and their fouls are both the same. TJ, I don't think he's got a field goal made. All his are from the line, I believe. See who they call that foul on. Dawson was down there taking the charge. Yeah, they're going to call that on Braden Alley with the hack. Gives the old toilet bowl to finish that free throw. And Coach Fields immediately is begging for a press. Get it to him. Backside was open. Yeah, Stephen O'Grady. He did a great job of sealing it off, and that's going to send him to the bench for the senior. Not quite the way you want to get the senior out of the game on senior night, but that's going to be his 5th foul for Stephen O'Guary on senior night. Last time he's going to play here at the Jackets Nest at Mineola, Texas. So thank you to him for all his hard work, dedication, and not just basketball, but in Mineola athletics in general. Uh-oh. Oh. Quitman hustling there, just was on the out-of-bounds line and touched it. So ball to Mineola, under 3 minutes left, only leading by 6. Got to really take care of the basketball. And Dawson Pendergrass goes over the 20-point mark here this evening against the Quitman Bulldogs. That was a little bit too easy there. And Quitman calls a timeout immediately after that made basket. So right now they're just kind of trading blows here, not really gaining any speed or losing any. As it is still at 6 points on the on the Mineola lead by 6. Any foul on either team is going to go into the bonus for that team that is fouled. Dawson leading all scorers with 21 points here. His cousin Levi Thompson in second with 17 and leading the Quitman Bulldogs with 17 points.
You know, we got our softball team is out today. I guess, like you say, down at scrimmage. There's a whole different crew running the scoreboard down there, and it's been messed up all game. They just now updated the timeouts, and that's what I had. I actually have Mineola with 7 fouls already, which would mean Quitman would be in the bonus next foul. And so I'm not sure, which I guess either way, it'll be 7. So
don't talk too loud. You'll be down there next game.
No, I think I have a job up here. I got plenty of jobs up here.
Right? I know.
So 2:32 left to play here. 6-point game. 2:32 is a long time to play, especially when Quitman and Mineola are involved.
Man. And they need to get it across. Stedman's fixing to call a timeout. Yep. Timeout called by Mineola, so now they're both left with 1 timeout. And you can't ask for anything better there for a Quitman Bulldog perspective, as now Coach Fields get really an extra timeout himself by making Mineola use one of theirs.
Mineola typically has no trouble, breaking a press, but that time Quitman came out with a lot more intensity. Maybe that's exactly what Coach Fields is preaching to his team here. So down by 6, you got to manufacture some possessions here to catch up and take the lead.
Yeah, Quitman runs like a little box 1 press, and anytime you pass it, ideally you want to just swing it and get up the floor, and as you swing it, just creep up the floor, and eventually you're going to cross. Maybe find that middle one, and he'll get a break. But in this box, once they pass it to one side, and it's almost like running a zone, full court zone, but you shift over there, and then there's a backside middle help. And even if they want to swing it to the far side, you're not out of position. It's just then a rotation. So when you're not as athletic as Mineola is, it is a great zone full court press. Braden Alley with a great job of finding that backside, and he is creeping up on 10 points himself as he's sitting at 9.
That's the only danger of an over-aggressive press is that open man. Easy 2 points there for Mineola.
Now that's going to be the 4th foul on TJ Moreland. Going to be 1 and 1. You talk about the sophomore Braden Alley and how just the growth he's happened throughout the season. The dude, Zay, and then the freshman. He and Zay are sitting at 2nd place as far as points for the team are. Both Zay and Braden are at 9. Dawson Pendergrass is at 21.
That's a big miss there by Levi Thompson, one of their leading scorers for the team, leading tonight here with 17 points, and also a very dependable free throw shooter.
He can't miss. Dawson can't miss.
No, he can't. But that right there is the big reason. You had 2 free throws. You had a 1-on-1 situation, 2 free points, on the line, and then Mineola comes back on the other side, and scores, and now has a chance for 3 points here. Dawson not shooting well from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, he is
a little strong off the back of the rim each time, but he's left 4 or 5 points on the court at that free throw line.
He's dominant in the field goal attempts, and I think Levi really didn't mean to do that. TJ Moreland steals it, pushes it up the floor, gets trapped, turns the ball over, and now Quitman is back on the push. They're going to call a foul on Zay. Levi Thompson just uses his shoulder, gets into the body, and very easily kisses it off the glass. And Dawson sitting there coaching Zay. Hey, this is what he tries to do. And looks at his cousin and smiles. Gotta love it, man. So Levi with a chance to go over 20 or to eclipse 20. Now he and his first cousin Dawson are sitting at 20 and 23 points. So talk about a family tree, and TJ Moreland throws it away here. And here comes Kiki, and Stedman's getting TJ Moreland out. There's just over a minute left here to play.
And how big is that to have Kiki on the bench? You know, now fresh legs to play defense for this last 1 minute. And you know, that's big to be able to bring someone with speed like that off the bench.
Oh, from deep.
A Jack that time wanting a piece of the action here. Deep three.
Now you're going to get to see what Kiki can do at the line here. It goes, man, that is huge, because you might miss just the pure shooting, but when TJ's having a game like he's got, it goes back to what you said. Now you've got fresh legs that can put some mean defense on you, and he showed early on that he can shoot as well. So let's see what he can do here. Mineola is pretty confident in him, as they don't have anybody up there on a 1-and-1.
Good shot. He's got a great stroke.
Wow. What a jewel in the bag for Ryan Stedman after he's just been loaded all year. Oh, misses a second one. And what he can't do is foul. A long rebound went Quitman's way. They're starting to try to force shots here. Oh,
whoa.
You know, that Quitman coach, you gotta hate seeing this. And it goes back to what we talked about early on. Quitman you feel like they've got a mental block here. As Braden Alley goes out, Moreland comes in. Alley's had an excellent game. And maybe you've got this just for free throw purposes. As TJ dribbles it out of bounds, turns the ball over. That dude got to be rough on him, as he has not been characteristic of himself here. As it looks like what Stedman's trying to do is get TJ kept on the floor offensively, and Braden Alley coming in defensively just for length, height purposes. Trying to get that three-point shot going. They call a foul on Zay? What? I didn't see what Zay did there. It's not going to be free throws. It's not going to be free throw shots, because technically that's an offensive foul. Yeah.
Coach Stedman wanting an explanation here from the referee, but yeah, 5.4 seconds left. Quitman will have the ball under the basket, trailing by 8 here in the fourth quarter. You know, I just figured it out. You know, I'm going to actually put the blame on this loss for Quitman here on Camu and Kyle Owens. Coach Brandon Fields last week told him he was 4-0 with Kyle broadcasting his game. They won all those games. Chapel Hill, Winsboro, Mount Vernon. He was 4-0 with Kyle broadcasting the game, and Kyle did not show up tonight. And so I'm going to actually put the blame on old Kyle Owens from Camu for losing this game. I'll text him later and tell him that.
Well, we need to roll down there and get a post-game interview, man. That's what we got to do.
Yeah.
So, hey, since KO didn't show up, how do you feel, Coach?
I don't think that'd go over too well. Coach Fields ain't going to let me back in the gym. That means he's 0-2 with us broadcasting. So,
yeah, don't talk to him. You can't shoot on an offensive foul, though. I don't get that. Huh. Maybe I'm wrong in my thoughts.
No, I think what he's saying is we didn't There was no, we had the ball.
Yes.
I don't know what he said.
I ain't no telling. Stedman's not really complaining or griping about it, so apparently he agrees with whatever they said. As they miss a second there, and Zay tries to keep it. Mineola's going to come away with the win, 54-17. So that's going to, 54-47.
Yeah, so 7-point game. So kind of uneventful there in the last few minutes of that game. Either team, both teams played with heart all game long. Almost looked like they had run themselves out of steam in those last few minutes of that fourth quarter. But nevertheless, Mineola walks out of here with a win, big win here at the end of the district season. So I'm guessing this forces a playoff between Mineola and Chapel Hill for that first place position there.
Yeah, you're going to be covering some miles come Thursday and Friday. Hallsville Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, so I want to remind everybody, so Thursday night, Mineola will travel to Hallsville, same gym we played in last night, to Hallsville to play Jefferson. So they'll be playing Jefferson for the second round of the playoffs. And then you said Friday, I haven't heard those details yet. Mineola boys will travel to
Sulphur Springs, and I believe it's set for 7 o'clock tip-off.
Okay.
And something to the girls, man, they are playing the second seed out of that district. So Atlanta, they knocked off the number 1 seed. Now here comes number 2. Let's see. And they've got a possibility to win this game, man. That's going to be big for the girls. Can you imagine missing the playoffs the year before, going in and then taking it to the third round?
Yeah, oh, definitely. And, that game last night was Coach Wilson's first playoff win in his career. And so, to go from no playoff wins to 2 would be outstanding. They were saying at that game last night, Atlanta had gone they lost their last 3 games of the district season, still walked out as district champs. But, Mineola played with all kinds of heart last night, and I'm hoping to see that again. There'll be a familiar gym in Hallsville. We played there quite a few times, so like you say, it's going to be a great game. So definitely make sure and tune in. We'd love to have you guys there. That Hallsville gym is an awesome place, great place for a basketball playoff atmosphere. So, if you're free Thursday evening, I believe that's a 6:30 tip-off.
Or 6:15, one of them.
6:15 in Hallsville. And then again, Friday evening, it's Silver Springs High School, correct?
Yes, sir.
Versus Chapel Hill. And, that's going to be a big game for the district championship here in District 13 3A. And that will decide, playoff rankings as they go into the playoffs next week for the boys. Yeah,
I'm not trying to take our viewership down, but I really hope that we have about 1 person watching come Friday.
Yeah, I hope they're all in the stands. Yeah, definitely.
We need the seats warm.
We'll be broadcasting both of those games for those in North Carolina, Washington, all those tuning in. We'll let you slide that night. But we'll be broadcasting both of those games. So join us Thursday and Friday for Mineola playoff action. But this is Chad Parrish with Creative Edge Media. Doug Kaufman joining us tonight. Final here in Mineola. Mineola 54, Quitman 47, and Mineola will take on Chapel Hill come Friday for the district championship. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on Friday.
Go Jackets.